Alright, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in our true faith and sincerity. And today I just want to title this lesson, When It Hits Babylon. And that's concerning the plagues and its perfection. See, these things that are taking place throughout the planet Earth, see the spirit, and that civil war. See, these things that are taking place upon the planet Earth, is really a prelude of what's about to take place here in America, man. Babylon the Great. Because this is the stage, this is the venue the Lord have chosen to show His power, man. That's why ultimately the results is that this whole land will be totally desolate, man. But I got an article from RT News, and it reads, 1,000 protests over Europe's first mandatory jab plan. So as you can see, the beast is talking, man. He's speaking, man. These draconian laws, they were the word mandatory. That's like a common word now in the English language, in today's time. That's a common word. Just like how you say and thee and and a. Well, mandatory can be part of that as well, because that's the talk around the world, man. So it says the Australian government's plan to make the jab against the crown mandatory has sparked mass protests. So you can see the resistance the devil is getting. And as you can see, just the thumb, just the little thumbnail of the article, it's perceived to be Edomites. So it's this devil, Satan against Satan. They're acknowledging they're falling. They know they're circling down the drain. But that's even causing more division. That wound is getting worse. You see it in America, and as a whole, the so-called white man as a whole is falling apart. It says thousands of Austrians took to the streets of Vienna to protest against an upcoming parliamentary vote to make the crown jabs mandatory, with demonstrators calling for the government to be replaced. See? So that's all we gotta read, How much more when it happens here in America, man? These proud Edomites. And that's not the only thing that's going to take place, These food shortages, these different wars, these different plagues and pestilences, So how much more when it gets to America? Matter of fact, let's start here in, which these things are already here. It's just only going to intensify. So this is the book of Isaiah 47. And, I start at verse 7. It reads, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. See? And that's the mindset of these Edomites, first of all, these bankers. Because even in their plans, they got shit lined up all the way up to 2100. The year 2100 says that their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever, man. So that's their mindset that they're gonna be here forever. They're gonna be a perpetual state. This is gonna be a perpetual thing. Them being on top, and that has trickled down to just the common people, man. The ones that dwells in this world, that subscribe and hold fast to this system. That's why a nigga have a 10-year plan. Coming up with things that have a soft landing for his church and his children. Nigga want to be a granddad in America. That's not the goal, man. So that has trickled down to the people, and guess what? They're gonna fight for that. A nigga will fight for that, to have that. That's why he's willing to roll his sleeves up to get that thing. So how much when that thing come, you know? And a lot of people ain't gonna want that, you know? So it says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. See, they didn't consider the latter end. Every action got a reaction, every cause got an effect. So you know, this lifestyle, this way of life, the results is destruction, man. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given the pleasures, that dwellest carelessly. See, and that's these people, man. They are given the pleasures. And this is what's going to contribute to these people losing it. It's a literal saying, everything is at your fingertip. Just back, it lets you know everything is turned upside down, because that used to be a figurative saying. And having a breath of fresh air was up. You can, at least back then, you could say it was the air before Esau was ruling. But now that's a figurative saying. You can't literally say that you want a breath of fresh air, but you can say that you got everything at the tip of your finger by the way of an app. So these people are given unto pleasures, man. And they dwell as carelessly. You have women parading all times of the night by themselves in provocative clothing. Nigga in traffic, ready to bust that thing. These people don't know what the hell is going on. They dwell as carelessly. It says, that said is that in thy heart I am, and none else besides me. And that's these elites, man. I should not sit as a widow, neither should I know the loss of children. That's these elites to think that they are the most high, because they trust in their wickedness, in their science. And I said, and that has triggered down to these people, because they got the same mindset that that's why niggas say that he his own God, and his decisions is his, that do is thou wilt spirit. And that's why everything is in chaos now. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. See, in a moment, the loss of children and widowhood, see, which is death, man. That's what Yahweh Shema Shah is going to bring forth. And that's the medicine for the wicked. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick. That's the medicine for the wicked, man. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach 40. And verse 9. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. See? So this is the medicine for the wicked. These things, it was created specifically for the wicked. These forms of judgment, which ultimately it leads to death. That's why I said death first. Of course, that's just a broad statement, because especially in this lifetime, the ways of death have broadened. There's a handful of ways you can put to death, in the ancient world, but in this lifetime, any and everything can kill you, man. And any and everything is gonna kill these people. That matter of fact, let's continue on. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection. See? In its fullness. So that's why war, the height of it is World War III, and we're gonna see the results of it play out by the way of America being totally destroyed, man. You know? Cause, war brings forth destruction. Well, we finna see the ultimate form of destruction. That famine. We finna see that famine at its highest degree here in America. That's why it's a restaurant on every block. I said, even with an app, it's coming at your door. That's the snare you have by some outside. Once these things settle and grow into its perfection here in America, these people gonna lose it, man. Because now it's set up to consider, because you can read an article on it right now. You can read an article on these things to consider what's about to take place here, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. We'll wrap it up with that. Matter of fact, 2nd Ezra 16. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. See, when something's at the beginning, that lets you know it's a build up to the end. It's a process. So that's why we can read articles about the misfortunes that's taking place throughout the planet Earth. These things is causing angles in